Greetings and salutations everyone, and welcome back to Fallout 4, where we have just been initiated by the Brotherhood of Steel into the rank of Knight, which the captain that welcomed us said would take us years and years, blah 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 blah. And now here we are. So yeah, suck it, Captain.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on, Knight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, carry on, Knight. Who are you? Knight Sergeant.
Congratulations on the promotion, Knight.
Yeah, thank you. Unlock requires key. Door. Oh, now it would be stealing, okay. Huh. Who's... Oh, this is Maxon's room, okay. Can we... Let's have a look at his thoughts. Kels KS 390 LC Paladin Hudson. Priority communication from Lancer Captain Kells to Elder Maxon. We've picked up some disturbing news regarding a rise in super mutant activity near the Commonwealth. And Paladin Hudson has bravely volunteered to single-handedly investigate. This mission will take the Paladin deep into hostile territory, so he'll need all the support we can provide. I'm having Tegan give Paladin Hudson an ample supply of ammunition and making sure Ingram certifies that his power armor is in peak condition. I'm also allowing Paladin Hudson full use of one of our vertibird gunships, so I'll have one prepared immediately. Once everything is ready, I'll meet you and Paladin Hudson on the flight deck, so we can give him a proper send-off. I can't stress to you enough how dangerous this mission will be, so it's imperative that we provide the Paladin with all the support we can muster. Okay. Kells, Recon Squad, Artemis. To Elder Maxon. As requested, I'm providing you with all the current information we have on Recon Squad Artemis. According to our records, we sent them into the Commonwealth approximately 3 years ago to perform a standard survey beginning with the Malden area. Okay. Oh, so this is... Yeah. This is the Lost Patrol we were tasked to find by Paladin Dance. We received a few reports from the team and then abruptly lost contact. Nothing in their communications indicate anything unusual, so we assume they've either lost the ability to radio us or have been killed. The squad consisted of 7 soldiers under the command of Paladin Brandis, so they certainly had plenty of firepower and the experience required to survive a deep recon mission. I have several recon teams searching for Artemis's whereabouts, but so far they've been unsuccessful. Ingram, Prydwen concerns. Proctor Ingram to Elder Maxon. As you know, in order to get the Prydwen rapidly to the Commonwealth, I had my engineering team pull her older power plant and replace it with an updated fusion plant we pulled from that aircraft carrier wreckage. I was able to squeeze almost 100% efficiency from the new reactor, but the system is burning through our coolant supply faster than expected. As we've been docked over the airport, I've been able to deactivate the main engines to cool down the reactor, but we're still eating up coolant when we're in hover mode. We're eventually going to hit a point where we'll run out of coolant. If that happens, we'll need to put the Prydwen on the ground. I desperately need your help if you want to prevent that from happening. I'll be certain to provide you with the details at our next briefing. So, Kate, Proctor Ingram. From Knight Captain Cade to Lancer Captain Kells and Elder Maxon. As requested, I've sent over my evaluation of Proctor Ingram's capabilities in the field. In my professional opinion, Ingram is fully capable of handling field operations and would benefit any team fortunate enough to have her with them. Before the Prydwen left the capital wasteland, I spent 6 months helping her design the power armor frame she's using to enhance her mobility. She's trained in the armor rigorously and is fully qualified, actually more than qualified, to be placed with our ground troops. I've been treating wounded soldiers for almost 2 decades, and I've yet to see anyone that can match Ingram's level of commitment and determination. Confining her to the ship would be a waste of resources and damn shame. Okay. Tegan Armored Jacket. Proctor Tegan to Elder Maxon. You'll be pleased to know that work on the armored reinforcement plating for your jacket is completed, and I'll be more than happy to send up a scribe to retrieve it when you're ready. The plating is fairly strong, but I think you'll appreciate how lightweight the entire jacket will feel once the modification is made. I've stress tested the plating, and it should help you resist different types of energy weapon fire as well as most ballistic threats. After you try it on, let me know if it's comfortable to wear long term or if I need to make any adjustments to the design. Okay, so yeah. What's in here? A couple of rounds, a bed. Is this our room? Supposed to be our room? Trifold American flag. No, this is Captain. Haha, Captain Maxon. From Elder Maxon to Lancer Captain Kells. Okay. Captain, I need you to prepare the Prydwen for departure. Archivist Knox has completed the analysis of the energy readings we received from Paladin Dance's recon team and has concluded that they're being produced by the Institute. Knox is certain that the energy readings could only be produced by artificial means, and only with an extremely advanced level of technology. Judging from the frequency of the readings, we both agree that some type of device or weapon is being deployed by the Institute, which means we need to head to the Commonwealth as soon as possible. I'm not certain what type of ploy the Institute is attempting to unleash upon the world, but I'll be damned if I'm going to stand by idly and let it happen. Ingram. From Proctor Ingram to Lancer Captain Kells. All stations are reporting green and all personnel are aboard the Prydwen. I've gone over her from bow to stern and she's ready to depart. With all due respect, it would be helpful if you could let me know exactly where we're headed. It's difficult preparing this vessel properly, not knowing what type of environment we're flying her through. I'm well aware that we're pointed north, but just how far are we going? And what can we expect when we get there, Captain? Cade. Knight Captain Cade to Lancer Captain Kells and Elder Maxon. As requested, I've sent over my evaluation of Proctor Ingram's capabilities in the field. Okay, yeah, we were at that. Tegan. Proctor Tegan to Lancer Captain Kells. Now that we've arrived in the Commonwealth, I'd like to establish trade relations with the locals. I'm going to need a standard sweep and retrieve team and one of our vertebrates in order to make that happen. There are several caravans that roam the Commonwealth and we'll use the vertebrates to track them. If any of the caravans get jumped, we can swoop in and lend a hand and let them know that we're the friendly eye in the sky. Since you can't normally buy that kind of protection from mercenaries, we'll be certain to get the best prices and values for trades. I've used the same tactic in the capital wasteland and it worked wonders. Out here, with the threat of the Institute looming over their heads, we'll have these merchants eating out of our hands. Okay. So, yeah. Brotherhood. What's down here? Anything good? Oh, look at that. Bobby pin, duct tape. Coolant. Let's take that coolant. Oh. Ooh. More. Guys, ever thought, ever consider that you might have a slight alcohol problem with all that alcohol around? What's this? Prydwen Recreation Terminal. Ingram, feel free to use the terminal to unwind. I've disconnected it from the Prydwen's mainframe, but keep it clean or I'm shutting it down permanently. If you've got a problem with that, keep it to yourself. Okay. Tegan. Ingram told me about the rack section under the main deck. I've contributed a few bottles of liquor and some cigarettes, but I don't have an endless supply. If you need refills, come see me and we'll do a trade. So Tegan seems to be the vendor on board the Prydwen. Womack. Map update, okay. If anyone's up for it, I'm organizing a little nighttime feral hunt that's strictly off the books. I don't give a damn about the synths. These ghouls are disgusting, and we need to keep thinning them out before they infest the entire Commonwealth. I'm pretty sure we can start with the Cambridge crater. See me if you're interested. The Cambridge crater. Delacroix. McLaren got his suit wiped out trying to drop from the top of the Trinity Tower, so the current record holder is still Petrus with his Prydwen to ground drop. Remember, no leg armor mods allowed, just a clean jump with a standard T60 and you have to be able to walk away. No exceptions. Okay, a little competition here. Flores. I don't remember who was asking, but someone was looking for Mirelurk eggs. On my last patrol we swept through Neponset Park and I saw a few nests, but Cal's had me carrying a ton of gear. If you want to head out there, I'm sure you can pick up some of the eggs for yourself. Mirelurk eggs. And what's back here? Any more secret loot? No? Oh, okay. Well done. Are they children? Right, yeah. There are children on board. Actually.
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't.
Never
Your
forget,
concerns are noted.
you are the eyes and the ears of the...
Dr. Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday.
Do you know what a 10-pound cockroach can do to a...
Carry food with you, or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive.
Prydwen forecastle open. Okay.
Yes.
Focused overcharge laser sniper rifle. Okay, fusion cells. Alright. Dogmeat found something. Yeah, I know Dogmeat. We already checked that container. So, yeah, this is the forecastle.
By Elder Maxon's orders, all forms of technology should be confiscated or collected.
Yeah. We got that. Railway spikes, okay. Another battered fedora. Someone's got taste.
The human-looking synths are the worst. They hide in plain sight.
Really? Electromagnetic cartridge. Okay, flame of fuel. Man, this is paradise. What do we have here? Cafeteria trays? Nah, you can keep your plastic. I'm only interested in the good stuff. Oh, Maxon was right. Okay, let's hear it.
You know, before getting shipped to the Commonwealth, I thought Elder Lions still had some good points. The Brotherhood in the capital wasteland, they were about helping. But this assignment,
Have you ever
it's
fired a
opened my
minigun?
eyes. On the flight here, we
Choose these
passed
barrels
city
like
after city. Buildings taller than I've ever seen. Some that
Can you
nearly
send-
clipped the Prydwen. And who uses
Never
them
object to
now?
standing around.
Mutants.
Beyond report before you
Freaks.
blink.
Seeing all that destruction, tens of millions dead, brought on by technology run amok, it made it so clear. Elder Max, the wasteland needs to be cleansed, and we're the ones to do it.
Yeah, right.
While I appreciate your attempts at diligence, Initiate, the sheer volume of complaints you have filed implicating your brothers and sisters as synth agents has done irreparable harm to ship morale, as well as your own credibility. Proctor Ingram, Paladin Dance, Elder Maxon, I understand the stress of our mission is great. And for that reason, I'm inclined to show leniency for the damage you've done. Your reassignment will be effective immediately. Welcome to Recon, Initiate. Do us proud.
Okay. Cruise terminal. Announcement 001. All recovered technology must be presented immediately to Proctor Quinlan for evaluation. Anyone found in possession of undocumented technologies will be subject to inquiry and punishment. Announcement number 2. Scribe Naraya's mole rat subjects are not pets. They're crucial military resources. As such, they are not to be fed by any personnel save Scribe Naraya and her team. Any violation of this policy will result in severe disciplinary action. Announcement number 3. Due to increased radar activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended. Affected parties will have their leave compensated at the next available opportunity. Announcement number 4. This is a notice to all personnel. Please think of your brothers and sisters down below. Thoroughly secure all gear while on the flight deck. Announcement number 5. Any personnel who have not completed their annual medical evaluation should report to Knight Captain Cade immediately to schedule an examination. Okay, now we know. Oh yeah, we've been here. Bum, 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 bum. Uh-huh. Is that a child crying or a cat? Meowing. Fragmentation grenade, yeah, why not? There's a cat. Oh, this is my... Oh, okay, yeah, Chris's story. Okay, should have read it. Yeah, so... Personal log 142.
Personal log entry 142. I can sum up living on the Prydwen in 4 words. I miss field assignments. Don't get me wrong, the research we're doing is exciting stuff. But life on this ship is a nightmare. I'm trapped
If
in
you're
this
looking
metal
for ammunition
tube
or weapon
18
mods,
hours a
Dr.
day.
Tegan might
I
have
still
what you
can't
need.
decide who smells worse, the soldiers or the mole rats. And what passes for conversation among the grunts makes mutants seem scholarly. I'm gonna speak to Proctor.
Prydwen is
Field
a
scribes
magnificent
cannot
ship,
have it this bad.
and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
38 rounds. Well, leave those knuckles. Okay, but we'll unlock those trunks.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, we still got it, Dogmeat. Outgoing mail terminal. Outgoing mail. PAM 787A. Whatever. Karen, I really miss you, baby. I hope you're safe out there. Remember to keep the doors locked at night and the shotgun I gave you loaded at all times. Don't trust anyone unless you know them. And even then, keep an eye on everything they do. I don't know how long this tour will last, but I promise to come back safe. Love you. Opened with moving your king's pawn 2 spaces, eh? Smart move. Try to control the center of the board and free up the queen and one of your bishops. Well, that's just a standard opening in chess. Anyways, I bet you think I'm going to mirror your move, but guess what? I'm going to move my queen's pawn 2 spaces so I can teach you a little something called the French defense. Yeah, but then... yeah, anyways. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of this game. Outgoing mail. Hey mom, they're letting me send out a message before we initiate radio silence. I'm working with a pretty decent officer, a guy named Kels. He treats us well as long as we do what we're told. Working with the Brotherhood has been an amazing experience so far. It's nice to finally be making a difference in this messed up world. Got to go now, Mom. Say hi to Daniel for me. Chalk up 2 more dead ferals. That makes a total of 17 since I've been out here. You wouldn't believe how easy they go down when you hit them with a laser rifle. It slices right through the ugly things like butter. When I get back from this tour, I'm going to take you feral hunting. Trust me, you'll love it. For now, you'll just have to stick to hunting the local mole rats with your zip gun. What's a zip gun? Is that the same as a BB gun? Ah. I hope this message gets to the right person. My name is Knight Boater and I served with your son, Initiate Arlen. I'm sorry to inform you that Arlen was shot and killed during one of our field training operations. I wanted you to know he died a brave death, saving the life of 3 other initiates in the process. There's nothing I can say that will soften the blow of losing a child, but I wanted you to know that it was an honor to fight at Arlen's side. You should be proud of the sacrifice he made for the sake of his country. I've sent his personal belongings back to the Citadel. You have my deepest condolences for your loss. Yep. Down here?
The
Or...
last person that disobeyed.
No, we
Captain
came
Kells
from
ended
there.
up scraping rust off of Prydwen's hull.
Yeah.
From the outside.
From the outside, okay. That must have been quite the thrill.
There's no time to waste when there's work to be done.
Brotherhood Squire. Hey, Squire. Brotherhood Mr. Gutsy. Okay, yeah. Couple of carrots. Scribe Naraya's terminal. Okay. And here we have a couple of mole rats. Duct tape. Yeah. Ryu.
If it was up
Scribe.
to me, I'd take every
This is
feral
Sin.
mutie and synth and shoot them into space.
Your senior
Feel free
scribe
to have- Did
Naraya.
you want to hear about my experiment?
Yes, experimental
The
plant.
Institute giving machines free will? My programming says that's monstrous.
Is it now? Experimental plant added. Okay, so we got an experimental plant now.
Can you believe synths are replacing humans with
Yeah.
exact duplicates? Makes me sick.
You mentioned. Alright, Naraya.
Scribe Naraya.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you're injured.
Are all these creatures yours?
Well, they're an important part of my research, if that's what you mean. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
Cracking
What do
the
you
code.
mean, crack the code?
The genetic code.
Oh yeah,
the
DNA.
DNA sequences that are in every living thing. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. After several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
Short period of time?
Why alter it for a short period of time? Why not do it permanently?
Attempting to alter the genetic code permanently? That's too close to what happened with FEV and Spawn, the super mutant. I'm not willing to take a chance like that. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately I've hit a stumbling block preventing me from synthesizing a sample. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, what I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming the Commonwealth.
Well, we could get you that blood.
Will I get some of that new compound you're developing?
If I make a breakthrough, you'll be the first person I give it to. After I've tested it on myself, of course. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
Yeah. Alright, secure viable blood samples for Scribe Naraya. We will. Dogmeat, they're not for play.
I can't believe super mutants.
Scribe Naraya's terminal. Personal notes. Entry 0765. As we've been traveling towards the Commonwealth, I've been preparing my makeshift laboratory in the rear cargo hold of the Prydwen. When we arrive, Quinlan says he'll be sending out several patrols with the express purpose of collecting viable field specimens. My job is to oversee the dissections and study of anything the patrols bring aboard. I've always agreed with the notion that the quickest way to learn your enemy's weakness is by examining them from the inside out. I hope I don't have to wait too terribly long to put that notion to the test. Okay, entry 0769. Quinlan's collection teams have already brought super mutant and synth specimens aboard. I've collected a fair bit of data from their remains, but have yet to discover anything that will give our soldiers an advantage in the field. As far as the super mutant specimens go, they're quite different from the strains presented in the capital wasteland, so most of our anatomical records require updates, which takes time. And the synths specimens, they're a complete mystery. The models we've recovered are almost entirely mechanized, so I've been coordinating with Proctor Ingram since she's our resident robotics expert. I suppose it's only a matter of time before I have some answers. In the meantime, I'm going to begin work on a special project of my own design. 0777. I've brought several mole rat specimens aboard for my special project. I'm convinced that the key to unlocking improved radiation resistance is in tenacious little creatures like these. If they've learned to adapt to the radiation blanketing the Commonwealth, with a little help, we can too. I know most of the crew thinks I'm crazy, but I'm certain that I'm on the right track. I just need as many viable blood samples as possible to make my theory a reality, which is difficult right now since Maxon has most of our team sweeping for technology. I'll see what I can do with my mole rat specimens, but I'm not sure it will be enough. Well, now she's got us. 0782. I've run into a stroke of luck today. One of the new recruits... Well, when did she write this one? Anyways. I've run into a stroke of luck today. One of the new recruits has agreed to do a little field research for me and bring back as many viable blood samples as they could find. I was even more fortunate that they possessed a Pip-Boy I could modify to extract the blood from whatever creature they killed during their missions. Now all I have to do is wait until our new recruit returns and my special project can continue in earnest. Yeah. Prydwen internal mail. Quinlan. Proctor Quinlan to Scribe Nariah. While I'm pleased that you're settling into your new role as a medical examiner, I'm a bit dismayed that your attention appears to be focused on your own personal project. The dissection and examination of the supermutant and synth corpses need to be your top priority. Don't make me regret placing you in charge of that laboratory, Nariah. I have plenty of other scribes waiting in line who are just itching for you to fail. Well, isn't that nice? That's the Brotherhood, right? I mean, all harmony and everything. Well, Night Reese to Scribe Nariah. I'm sending the mole rats that you asked for on the next vertebrate flight from the police station. I have no idea what you want them for. Those things bite and they crap all over the place. It was a pain in the ass to collect them alive, so you better have that case of whiskey you promised ready for the return flight after the pilot drops them off. As far as getting a Brahmin up there, you can forget it. I talked to the pilot and he refuses to shove one of those disgusting things into his ship. And Kells. Lancer Captain Kells to Scribe Nariah. I've been informed by several members of the crew that you're keeping several Morad specimens, trying to remember that you're sharing space people. I expect a full report. Haven't we read that on Kels's terminal? I believe so. Anyways,
science have gone so wrong.
Yeah.
Hail, Knight.
Hail. Alright, yeah.
Lancer
Kids
Captain
playing.
Kells won't let us on the command deck. That guy sure is strict.
Yeah, he is. We've noticed. Alright, so that's that for here. So let's get down there. Can we not just... yeah.
Try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago.
Charging into a
Can't
situation
fix it.
fix lazy. It's a good way
You're
to
the
get
one who
yourself
decided
killed.
to kick your way through a mire pit. Got it.
There it is.
Plasma cartridge, duct tape.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad?
Thanks, brother.
You should see the
I
capital
owe you.
wasteland.
Watch your step on the flight
Yeah,
deck.
I've seen it.
Long way down.
It's ugly as heck.
Come find me when you're done checking in with Maxon and Dance.
Oh, you're Proctor Ingram. We heard yet that you had a disability or something? Proctor Ingram's terminal. Oh, we gotta read that. Work orders. Oh man. Item. Repair. Type repair. Status completed. Completed by Ingram. Air conditioning unit had burned out its condensing coil from overuse. Need to remind the soldiers that they can't constantly run the damn thing 24 hours a day. Copper condensing coils are tough to replace, so had to make do with homemade version. Unit should last a while longer with moderate use. Repair, Mr. Handy, cultivation unit, okay. Anything? Ventilation filter system. Installed the ventilation system over the rear laboratory space to help Nariah vent the stench of the Femorats. Okay. Vertebrate gunship Vorpal. Vorpal threw a rotor on its last landing, so I hitched a ride with Spatha and headed out to the crash site. Pilot did a hell of a job bringing his bird down in one piece. All I had to do was recover the rotor and set it back in place. There's some minor plating damage on the starboard thruster, but I'll hammer it down when the Vopal gets back to the airport. It was nice to get away from the Prydwen for once. Hopefully I can convince Kels to let me head out with some future patrols. Bainbridge, BB, what? Sewage lines. Repair completed. Okay. I don't know what the heck the mess hall is serving, but the sewage lines were completely clogged. I was so disgusted I had to borrow one of my buddy's power armor helmets to keep the smell from making me puke. I think I'd rather scrape rust from the exterior hull plating next time. Prydwen internal mail. Maxon Cade. Proctor Ingram. After having a long discussion with both Lancer Captain Kels and Knight Captain Cade, I've decided to deny your request for field service. While I understand that you've modified your power armor frame to accommodate your injury, and Cade has personally given it his seal of approval, I don't feel it's worth risking your life. You, of all people, should appreciate that machines can break down. In your particular case, if your frame fails while you're in the field, it could place you and anyone with you in extreme danger. Please don't take this personally, Ingram. I can't afford to lose you. My decision is final. I'm sorry. Cade. From Knight Captain Cade to Proctor Ingram. I'm guessing you've already read that Maxon is denying your fieldwork request. I did everything I could to talk him out of it, but he just wasn't convinced. If there's anything you need, even if you just want to talk about it, my door's always open. I hate to bring this up now, but you really need to head down here and let me tweak your leg hydraulics. Last time you were here, you complained that the shock absorbers weren't doing their job, dampening your impacts from walking. Well, I was able to tweak some numbers, and I'd like to look them over with you. After all, you're the expert when it comes to mechanical engineering. So there, now you have 2 excuses to visit me in the sickbay. I hope to see you in here soon. Maxon. Now that Captain Kels has transferred all of your materials down to the surface and the gantry construction has started, I think it's time we had a talk about the timeline of your new project. I'd like you to head up to the command deck as soon as possible so we can discuss the details. We have far too many resources tied up in this operation to allow anything to slip through the cracks. We have a war to win, Proctor, and I strongly believe that this ambitious project of yours will be our rallying cry. What could that be?
Come find me when you're done checking in with Maxon and Dance.
Yeah. Will do. But first, loot. Oh yeah, we've been down here.
I'd gladly lay down my life. It keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
Is that so?
We can talk shop after you've fully checked in with Elder Maxon and Paladin Dance.
Proctor Tegan.
We can talk shop after you've fully checked in with Elder Maxon and Paladin Dance.
Okay. Nothing in there. Oh yeah! You're the kitty we heard. Yeah, we heard your mouths.
I believe
your
we're due for
meow.
a bit of a chat after you've spoken to Elder Maxon and Paladin Dance.
Okay, yeah, everyone wants to chat. Oh, Quinlan to be
Damn it, Scribe. I told you I didn't want the corners bent. The issues were to be in mint condition.
I'm sorry, Proctor, but This is the only limited edition annual we've recovered. Even before the bombs fell, this was the rarest issue. The one where Grognak dies and comes back to life?
Yes, Scribe. I've read the 2076 underlain price guide from cover to cover, so I'm well aware of its past value. The fault for this travesty rests squarely on your shoulders, because you chose to ignore the important lesson I taught you. Which is?
Always bag and board. I'm sorry, sir. You're absolutely right. And I promise it will never... sir? What's that red blinking light on your terminal?
What? Oh, damn it all. I left it in record mode. Just let me...
Okay, so someone is a fan of comics.
Your exam after you've checked in with Daz and Elder Maxon.
And I'll check in with Dance and Elder Maxon as soon as we've looted everything.
Knight Captain Cade reporting. I've been working closely
Oh,
with
so this is Cade?
examining some of the synth bodies
Yeah.
our recon teams have recovered. Even though we have yet to recover the synths that appear completely human, these lesser models are still astoundingly advanced. What's becoming apparent is that the Institute is the most technologically gifted enemy we've ever encountered, and therefore exceedingly dangerous. I've turned over all of my data to Lancer Captain Kells, along with my recommendations for developing effective countermeasures for these systems.
Don't need any to get to this. Yep.
I'm not sure how much it will help, given the fact that the real enemy are the synths that could be hiding among us.
Medical files. Paladin Dance. Patient symptoms included inability to sleep and a dull throbbing pain in head. All standard tests are negative. Evidence suggests post-traumatic stress disorder or similar issue. Until severity of issue increases, recommend voluntary removal from active duty. Patient was informed but is currently in the field. Oh well. Let's
Administer your exam after you've checked in with Dan.
Yeah, everyone wants me to talk to Dance. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Alright, so let's take a break here, and when we come back, first let's loot this. Yeah, well, as I said, let's take a break here, and when we come back we will talk to Paladin Dance and everyone else and do all the stuff here on the Prydwen, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if so, maybe give it a like, share, or even subscribe to the channel. And with that out of the way, I wish you a great day and hope to see you in the next one.